Hello, hello, ambitious women, entrepreneurs, and coaches. As you can see by the title and by the screen, I have a special guest with me here today. I have Dream. And if you're not seeing me before, if you're seeing this for the first time, I'm Emily Dawn, business coach, and I serve female coaches in helping them build their business and increase their impact online with organic marketing. I would love for Dream to introduce herself. Dream, do you mind telling us maybe a little bit about you and who you serve and what you're doing in this online space?
So, hi everyone. I am Dream Silas, and I help God led women call in their ideal relationship by embracing their femininity. And I basically help single women who are heartbroken or hurt from the past get into relationships where meaningful relationships where that eventually lead to marriage.
Awesome, awesome. And I'm so excited to be bringing you on for this interview because I've brought on other coaches that I've worked with, but a lot of them have been in the business space and serving in
Yeah.
business. And I do get the question a lot, do I work with people that aren't business coaches or consultants? Does this work for people that aren't? Like, is Facebook groups only for these like people selling courses and such? And you
hmm
are a testimony that definitely, shows that you absolutely can be successful in organic marketing and on Facebook and leveraging groups while not serving in that way. So I would love to hear your thought, like what was your thought process towards a Facebook group? Because I believe you had a Facebook group when we first met. But I think you were a bit unsure of it. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so my whole reasoning behind wanting a Facebook group in the first place is because I posted in another Facebook group and ended up getting kicked out. So, just kind
Okay.
of out of spite, I created my own. But obviously, after I created my own, I was stuck there. I had no idea how to grow a Facebook group or what I was doing in general or who I was even going to try and bring into this Facebook group because obviously, I serve single women. That's very difficult to you can't go on Facebook and find single women so easily. So I was just completely lost. I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah, yeah, you're struggling of how do I find these people? How do I
Right.
identify them? And then how do I reach out? Because when people are using their profiles for business, it's pretty, I guess you could say casual to friend request people. But people that are using their Facebook just for life, it's kind of weird if a random stranger is friend requesting you.
hmm
So navigating that side of things is definitely different in serving in the way you serve. So what allowed you to see the change in your group? What actions or how were you able to get the clarity that you needed in how to connect with people in a way that felt good to you?
Well, I think it was after working with you and you just teaching us how to go into Facebook groups and what to post. I was able to connect with my audience there, and they would see my posts consistently, and then they would kind of reach out to me, and then we would continue in the conversation in Messenger, and then I would just casually say, "Oh yeah, hey, I have a group," and then get them in that way. So it became so much easier once I was just able to connect to my audience in other Facebook groups. Because before I was not doing that. Before I was literally trying to find people, and it was the strangest thing.
Right. Yeah, so it's like also makes you feel good about the process because it's not like you trying to search for people, but it's like the people are coming to you. You're showing up, and through your content, you were able to attract those right people to you, which
Right.
then naturally led to them finding your group or becoming a part of your group, which is something that is of value to them. It's not people that are, possibly happily married. That's not your ideal client.
Right. Right.
So we're getting in those people that are the right fit for you and your community, and of course, potentially going to be a client for you. So I love that you mentioned um, that it became easier and you weren't having to search for people, but allowing yourself to be that authority figure and attract them in. So, going through the program, I know you had great success in booking sales calls. Can you let us know, like, how was that process? Was it the 3-step high converting messaging method that allowed you to do that?
Yes. So once I had people in my group, just, trying to build a rapport with them, and, using the 3-step method, literally, it was just the simplest thing. I would literally just follow exactly what you told me to do, and they wanted to get on a call with me. So then, I think after the first week of you showing us how to do this, I had 12 calls, no joke, lined up back to back to back to back. And I've never seen that before, so it was pretty insane.
Yeah, the thing with the messaging method is like, I mean, I've seen a lot of scripts. I've seen a lot of people say no scripts, do scripts. The thing about the messaging method, and the reason why I call it a method, is because you're customizing it to your service, right? Like the
Right.
questions are directly to your ideal client. And that's why it works for all these different niches. It's so simple, but it takes somebody from seeing where they are to where they want to be and seeing you as the solution to their problem. And
Right.
that's what effectively pitching is all about. So that's fantastic. And then in terms of now, like now moving forward outside of the program, how are things going? From an outward perspective, for me, I've seen like a huge change in like your brand attraction. Like I swear, I'm like, I need to take your services in. I'm like, I'm serious. I'm like, I think I need Dream as my relationship coach. So you,
Yeah.
I've seen such a transformation in your content and you as a coach from a consumer perspective, not just as a coach. But yeah, tell us a little bit more about that. Like, how are things going for you now?
Well, just even in my Facebook group, because my Facebook group is the thing that I focus on most, I see, people that I haven't really connected with in my Facebook group randomly just book a call. So before it would, I would have to message them and kind of get the ball
Mhm.
rolling. Now, literally, I wake up, I'm like, oh, another call. I don't know who this is, So that's kind of what I've been seeing recently, people reaching out to me, wondering how much my services are, wondering, how can they work with me, and things like that. It's really, it's a really crazy thing. I mean, and even, I see people requesting to be into my group, on a daily basis. So, I mean, it's just once you really get that ball rolling, it really starts rolling. And so that's really what I'm
Start
experiencing now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're showing up as that authority figure, right? People see you as that authority figure in your space, in your industry. You've established yourself. You've shown that you provide value. You've shown that you provide transformation, and people want that transformation. And so people are booking in with you. So that is so great to hear. And thank you for coming into my group to share your story with us, your business growth with us. Can you let my members know, for those that are interested in your service, where they can find you or connect with you?
Yeah, so you can find me in my Facebook group. You can request to be a member of my Facebook group. It's called Feminine Women in Love on Purpose. You can also find me on Instagram. It's at Silas Wrote It. That's SILASWROTEIT at Silas Wrote It. Or you can find me on my blog, which is silaswrote.com, SILASWROTEIT.com.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you so much, and we'll talk soon. Bye for
Thank
now.
you. Bye bye.